Hey y'all. Um, I don't know if I talked about this before, but they have the neighbors downstairs, and the neighbors they have like a lot of traffic in and out of their house. And one time we were going to our daily walk in the park, and the white lady, I think I did talk about this before. The white lady, she doesn't live there, but she pulled up in a raggedy white Subaru and had on a red shirt. And she asked my roommate a question. I knew she was a perp. I knew that lady was a perp, an older white lady. And then one of the black guy, he lived there. I think he got in the car with her, or a white guy. One of those people that from downstairs got in the car with her. Well, I saw that same lady when we were kind of close towards riding to the park in the car. And that same lady had on that same red shirt, the same white car from a couple of weeks ago, that same red shirt. And I caught her driving like opposite direction of us. I saw her driving with the one headlight. I didn't get to catch it because it happened so fast. But shucks, I sometimes wonder if my roommate would be targeted, you know, well, the fact that her husband is a narcissist abuser, and she experienced people being rude to her and stuff. I mean, I try to wake her up about certain truth about things, and it seems like she just let it go over her head, or it doesn't really bother her, you know. And yesterday when we got some smoothies, no, it was Friday, they pretty much did her like they do me, you know. I mean, I'm glad they treat me good at that smoothie place, but I get scared every time because they treated me good so far at that smoothie place. But then they gave her, like, they didn't fill her cup all the way, you know. And so, I mean, she's like, well, aren't you gonna, fill it up to the top? And so the guy just, like, poured a little more in there, And I'm like, well, now you see how I feel about the grit, how they do me with the grits. And so they also, like she told me certain instances where people got an attitude with her or was rude with her, you know. But as I said, that white lady that been gang stalking, I mean, she went and asked the roommate a question in front of my face. I guess to derail or throw us off, And then there's this white GMC Terrain SUV that every time we go downstairs to go outside to get in the car to go to the park, right on cue, she always passes by, and I always miss her. I can never catch her fast enough. And there'll be a lot of gang stalkers here. I mean, I took a short, brief walk, and just to try to get some sunlight. And I had to deal with, I guess the one headlight vehicles. I guess I've been calling them the one-eyed monster lately. And sometimes I had to deal with one tail light, but I don't recall seeing no tail lights at night while they're driving. But no headlights at night when you're driving. I nearly get hit by the car, you know, and it was the night after I got raped by that guy. It was a black guy with long hair, and he was a perp. And he was driving around with no headlights. I can do that with white people, but I can't do it with other black people. That when I said gang stalker, and then he tried to drive by and try to threaten me, not with words, but he tried to drive by later on. He called me later on, like over 3 hours later, and he tried to intimidate me and try to scare me. I was afraid I was going to get shot and killed. But that was my first experience kind of like with that, But then again, some of the black gang stalkers can be cowards and scary and run off too, But I don't even know if I heard stories about the gang stalkers that they just threaten us. But I heard that I heard that they can't, I heard that their job is just to traumatize us, but I heard that they can't put their hands on us. I heard they can't put their hands on us, or they can't, they can't put their hands on us, or they can't hurt us, they can't kill us. But I heard that they just get paid to just harass us or whatever. But I've been hearing these stories. I'm still learning about it, a little bit about people being a honeypot. And something like how they'll trap you in a relationship or whatever. I don't know all about it, but I guess that I heard. I'm not the only one who experienced it, but random guys coming in your life and pretend to lead you on to think they want a relationship. Then they take advantage of you and rape you and then run off and then cut off all contact with you and change their phone number and everything and leave you played and devastated. Or even fake friends who just do stuff that don't make sense. Like this girl, I thought she was a nice friend, and I'm 36 and she's like just barely 20, and we were still in New Orleans, and I was mad at her for quite a while that she lied to me and said that she was going to give me a ride home, and then she led me on to think that she was going to give me a ride home, and then, no, I wasn't going home because I was homeless on the street, but she led me on to think that she was going to get in the car and then take me to go get a shower, and then her story kept on switching about what her plans were. First she said she had a car and was going to give me a ride. Then she said her grandma was going to come pick her up. Then she said she had to go to the store. She kept on having me walk with her through the French Quarter in New Orleans. And then she wait till we got to, I think, Royal Street, all the way from because she worked at the aquarium. And I was working at the zoo, but that was after I quit the zoo job and I saw her again. Well, she sidetracked and got an attitude of, she was the one who had me come walk with her. Then she got an attitude and made it like I was following her. And then she distracted me for an excuse. Then she ran off and disappeared. And I wonder, why the hell did she do that to me? Just why? And I remember one time, this white guy, it was pouring raining when we were in Greenville, South Carolina. I talked about this on my other channel when it was new last year. So, even people who I'm acquainted with and familiar with, they do weird stuff that don't make sense. Like I was desperate because I had done grocery shopping at I think it was Trader Joe's and Whole Foods in Greenville, South Carolina, on that street called Woodruff Road, where there's like a little shadow bus the shuttle bus that runs, And so the bus um, didn't come, and then and it was pouring raining, and they had these two white guys offer me a ride, and I had a place to live then. I wasn't homeless then, and they offered me a ride, and then he they then the guys said that they were gonna go get some weed. So then they got scared and then dropped me off in the middle of nowhere in an unfamiliar area where I didn't know where I was at, and then left me stranded like far away. And then I was wondering why the hell would they do that, and just waste my time like that. And then next thing you know, I'm surprised I even trust. I guess I was just that desperate to get home. And they had a Christian man who drove me in his brand new Mazda 3. He gave me a ride later on that evening. And I was so irritated and agitated, frustrated, that I got, cheated like that. I mean, just wasting my time like that, do annoying stuff. Even my own family done weird shit like that to me. I mean, along those lines. So I'm going to go now. I'll see y'all later. Bye.